This is Keatski Hawk, and I'm making my third seated yoga class for Recovery Cafe San Jose. For the next half hour, join me in a simple but perhaps challenging seated yoga practice. You be the judge of the level of exertion that you want to put into the class, depending, of course, on your level of comfort. There should never be a hot, sharp, sudden, or unfamiliar sensation in a joint. The shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, the hips, the knees, the ankles, or anywhere along the spine. If you feel a little bit of heat or exertion in the middle of a limb, in the middle of your thigh, your calf, your upper arm, your lower arm, that's okay. You're gaining strength. But please don't go past the point where you can breathe easily and smoothly. Breath is yoga. Let's get started. Selecting a comfortable chair, not too comfortable, but a chair in which you feel secure and supported. So I'm using a padded folding chair, but you can use a regular folding chair. Is sometimes very useful because it has things to grab onto on the sides, and especially it has no arms. The sequence we'll be doing today is better served by having no arms on the chair. Please sit up tall. Don't try to lengthen the natural curves in the spine, but let the spine stack up with its lower curve at your upper back, the sway at the back of the neck. Let those curves remain, but let the spine be upright. And then the shoulders can drop down from the ears rather than pushing the shoulders down. Imagine you could soften your armpits. Take a moment here just to appreciate, meaning to observe and acknowledge with a sense of friendliness. Appreciate your seated posture. So notice the feet on the ground. Notice your seat. Notice the arrangement of your spine and the arrangement of your shoulders and your arms. I keep my hands palm down on my lap as a good resting place. Allows the elbows to be bent and the arms to be at ease. I'm bringing some structure to my seated posture by keeping the knee above the ankle and the foot flat on the floor, toes forward. So there's some sense of structure and alignment here, even in this seated repose pose. Explore the breath. Feel the breath come in and feel the breath leave. When you find an easy pace to your breath, look towards sustaining it through the practice. If your breath becomes short, or if you're holding your breath, or you're gasping for breath, then that might alert you that you're working a little too hard, that you're holding the posture a little too long for your body in this moment today. So be familiar with the breath so that you can be aware of when it's not at ease. We're going to scoot forward on the chair a little bit. I was sitting back, letting the full seat support my full seat, but I'm going to scoot forward, so I'm sitting kind of on the edge, not so far that I feel like I'm going to tip out, but there's room between my back and the back of the chair. Seated cat-cow. We did this in the other video. So inhale, lifting the collarbone up, lifting the chin up, and dropping the waist forward, sticking the tail behind you. Let's just pause here, continue breathing, and notice what this feels like all the way from the base of the spine to the base of the skull and the front of the body, from the waist to the chin. Now bring the chin to the chest, roll the shoulders forward, lean back. Let your arms be straight as you're holding onto your knees, and push the middle of the back back, the top of the back back, chin is down. Continue breathing here, and notice again the spine from the base to the back of the skull, and notice the front of the body, the front of the shoulders, maybe the throat. These are all suggestions. We don't all feel them in the same way every day. With the breath, inhaling forward, arching, lifting, looking. Exhaling, chin to chest, round the shoulders forward, lots of space in the back. Lean back. Inhale, up. And exhale, back. Let's do that 2 more times. Bring your awareness to the sensations in your body. This is how we bring the body and the brain back online, by bringing our awareness to the body. And the brain will catch up. 1 more round. And then please sit upright, softening the shoulders, sit upright once again. Notice how your body is feeling. That checking in with the body is so important. We seldom ask ourselves, how do I feel right now? How do I feel in my body? What's my energy level like? What are my emotions like? Sometimes we only find out about our emotions when they start driving us around. And maybe you can check in with them before they take the driver's seat. And how am I at the level of my character, my judgment? Am I being judgy or am I observing? And how am I at the level of my connection to my higher power, to the universe, to my community? Even separate, I can be connected. And the circles, warming up the circle, warming up the hips all the way around. Roll your shoulders, you can bring the shoulders up, you can bring one shoulder back, you can peel the shoulders back. This is your circle. See if you can find any nooks and crannies that would like a little extra stretch as you're going around in kind of this counterclockwise direction. 1 more time, and when I come forward, I'm going to pause. And then come around the other way. Oh, nice. Roll the shoulders. Come forward. Let the body stretch. The side of the body stretch. Notice how you feel in the hips. And allow it to be slow enough so that you're not teasing your sense of balance. Next time you come forward, please pause here and return to upright seated position. Bring the arms out to the side, turn the palms up, turn the palms back. Now let's involve the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back when you turn the palms up. Roll the shoulders forward, separating the shoulder blades in the back, really hunching the upper back forward. Now I'm not leaning forward, but I'm rolling my shoulders forward. And back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let the shoulder blades come apart. Roll the shoulders forward. And 1 more time each direction. Opening and returning. Palms toward the ground. Turn the palms up. Bring the arms up over your head. Reach with the left side. And then reach with the right side. and reach. And reach. And one more time in each direction. Reaching with the left. Reaching with the right. Reach with both. Retract both shoulders. Bring the hands down to the lap. And take a moment to notice how you feel in the neck, around the front and the back of the shoulders. Maybe there's some sensations down the arms. Just become aware. Bring the arms out to the side, turn the palms up, bring the hands onto the shoulders, fingers forward, thumb behind, and we're just going to twist from side to side. Nice little twist, twist, twist. And let's add the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Try to inhale, 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 pause. And then exhale, 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 exhale. Pause. Rather than inhaling at the end of the turn and exhaling at the end of the turn, see if you can inhale as you turn. Pause. Pause one more time in each direction. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale forward. Bring the arms out, palms down, arms down. Let that fingertips hang. And at this moment, use your imagination. Imagine that any tightness in your brain, in the back of your neck, any tension across the tops of your shoulders, around the cap of your shoulders to the upper arms, all that tension, all that stress is draining down your arms, and imagine that tension and tightness dripping out the tips of your fingers. Now your awareness comes to your hands, and perhaps you can feel a heaviness in your hands and feel that tension just drip, drip, drip away. Your imagination, what you do with your mind, has a profound impact on what you experience in your body. Bring the hands onto your lap. Right hand goes to left leg and swing the left hand back and hold on to the seat of the chair, the back leg of the chair, or a strut on the back of the chair, starting facing forward. When you bring your arms like this, your brain is already going, I know we're going to do a twist. I want to have you pause here with the arms in the posture of the twist, slowing down the process of moving into the twist so that you can direct your body to start at the waist. So imagine you could pull your belly button over to the left. That was weird. And now revolve from the lower ribs to the left. And then, of course, the upper ribs come. And as the upper ribs come, now the shoulder turns. Now the head turns. There you are, a beautiful waist to crown of head twist. Soften the shoulders. And on the inhale, face forward. On the exhale, turn back. Inhale forward. Inhale as you're moving, just as we did before. Exhale, turn back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. And this time as you inhale forward, unwind from the head, the shoulders, the ribs, the waist, and let that left arm fall down and come back to your lap and breathe. Notice how each side feels. It may be the same, it may be different. Neutral is a perfectly acceptable answer. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Now, one side teaches the others. The body may not have started its twist because You didn't do that on the other side. Sit down firmly with the sit bones. Engage the abdominals. Pull the belly button over to the right. Now begin to revolve from the low ribs. Let the upper ribs and then the shoulders, neck, and head follow. Try to keep the back in a relatively straight position rather than rocking back or rolling forward. Try to keep straight up and down. Inhale, turning to gaze forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Keep twisting, exhale back. And this time we're going to untwist, starting with the head, the neck, the shoulders, the ribs, and the waist, and pause. Okay. We're going to work on the legs a little bit today. So first we're going to stretch the top of the feet. If you have any issues with your ankles or your toes, let your body dictate what you do. Your body's pretty smart. So you're going to take your left foot and you're going to tuck it under the chair and put your toenails on the ground. I know that's pretty weird in and of itself. And then you're going to kind of push down onto the ground and pull the foot forward. You can make your toes be very wide, spreading them out like this. You don't want to push down so hard that you feel any ache, and you don't pull forward so hard that the foot actually moves. You're just stretching the top of the foot. And breathing. Did I mention that? You're breathing. Okay, release and set that foot back down. Just notice how the left foot feels. And notice how the right foot feels. You might already begin to feel a little bit of circulation in the foot. Now taking the other foot, tucking it in under the chair, toenails are down, foot is directly back so that you're not pulling across the edge of the ankle, you're pulling directly in the front of the ankle. Again, enough pressure to resist the effort of moving forward. Let the breath guide you. Let the breath be smooth and even, deep and slow. Enjoying the sensation of stretch, something we don't often treat our feet to. And release the effort and bring the foot down. Wiggle your toes. Wonderful. Right foot comes out in front of you. Pardon me, right foot. You can lift the leg up, lift it halfway up, or keep the heel on the ground. But as you notice, I'm turning my foot around the ankle. So you can keep the foot up. You can bring the heel on the ground. It's choose your own adventure. And then reverse that. Another direction. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and bring that foot down. If you're holding your foot up, you might tap if you're lifting your leg above the ground, you can tap your quadricep, your upper leg. Just tap it a little bit. And let any congestion, any tightness release. Other side. So heel can be on the ground, the foot can be up a few inches, or you can lift it a lot depending on what you want to do. I'm going to keep my foot up here and circle the toes around. Actually, I'm circling the whole foot around, if the truth be told. And I'm using my abdominals and my back muscles to stabilize so that I'm not leaning back to try to lift my leg up. I'm keeping my body upright. Let's reverse that direction. 6, 7, 8, and bring the foot down. And once again, if you Whether you had your heel up or not, go ahead and pat your upper leg, letting everything be jiggly. Say, you know how to hold tension. Do you know how to let go? I'm going to show you. Let go, let go, let go, let go. Says sometimes we want to turn those muscles on, and we also want to know how to turn them off. And we're going to be engaging them, turning them on a little bit right now. First, for the calf stretch. Turning sideways on your chair. I'm going to keep what I call my haunch, so it's my butt and the back of my left leg on the chair. And I can hold on to the chair for stability. I'm near the edge, not all the way back. I'm near the edge. I'm going to take the other leg behind me, and I'm going to push out through the heel. So it's a supported lunge. I've got my back leg behind me. My heel is up off the ground. So I kind of warmed up the toes so that we could do that. So we're just going to start off by warming up the entire leg. And you know how we're supposed to wash our hands for 2 happy birthdays? You hold a stretch for at least 2 happy birthdays. Now hold on to the chair for security and bring that leg back in. And then please sit forward. Just want to come to neutral. Notice how the right side feels. Notice how the left side feels. All right, let's do a couple more happy birthdays. Turn to the other side. Haunch on the chair, so half of my body is free of the chair. Half of my body is on the chair. Taking the other leg back, push back. Stretching the front and the back of the left leg, the back leg. Now, I'm sitting with my spine nearly upright. However, you may want to lean forward a little bit depending on how your low back feels. So you don't want stress or strain on the low back. We're almost there. And release the effort in the leg. Hold on to the chair for stability and bring yourself around. And there you are. Taking that moment in between to let the body kind of recalibrate and let the body absorb the benefits of the movement. We're going to turn to the first side. We're going to wear this chair right out. Okay. Now bring the, couldn't remember if it's my right leg or my left leg. Bring your left leg back once again, but turn the foot sideways. Turn the body so that you're facing forward. Move toward dropping that back hip toward the chair so that, there we go. I do adjust my posture so that both hips are on the chair. This knee is over the ankle. I'm not rolling it in and I'm not rocking out. I'm also not having that knee be in front of the ankle. So the knee and the heel are lined up so that this knee can stay nice and safe. I'm going to stay here. Bring the back hand down. Bring the front arm up. Now you can choose if you want to look at your upraised hand. You can choose to gaze forward, or you can look at the foot behind you. Just choose where your head is at. And then we're going to lean the body back toward that back foot. Peaceful warrior. So you can look at the foot, you can look forward, or you can look up. Avoid dropping the shoulder forward, rock the shoulder back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathe. My gosh, that's more than 2 happy birthdays. Okay, let's come on out. Bring the hand down, come upright, bring the arms up into warrior. You're going to take the left arm, bend it, and put it on the left thigh. Bring the other arm up toward the ceiling. Now you can stay here. Choose where your head's at. Looking up, looking forward, or looking toward the knee. And then you can come over. Okay, don't try to come over really, really far. I'm trying to make a nice line from the elbow to the knee. Reaching, reaching, reaching. I'm supporting myself a little bit here, but really I'm holding myself up with my core. This is to remind me, don't go further. This is kind of like a little break. And return to warrior. Bring the arms down. Now I'm going to draw this leg in. It's had it. It's done. I had to pull that leg forward, and then please turn around and come back to seated mountain. Notice what your breath rhythm is like. Notice what your heart rate is like. Just check in. You might notice different sensations around the side body or in the legs. All right, let's do the other side. Turning the body, knee is over the ankle here, taking this foot back and then turning it sideways. And again, I'm adjusting myself on the chair so that I'm actually seated on the chair. So I don't want to be unbalanced in my basic posture. I have to start with a balanced base. Just start with a balanced base and let the legs get used to what the heck is going on. Okay. Engage the abdominals lightly, soften the shoulders, soften the jaw muscles. Sometimes when you're concentrating, mouth gets, oh, I gotta think about this. Just notice. Earlier I was saying that the brain, the imagination can have a huge influence on how the body feels. How the body is arranged can influence our mind. So when you loosen the jaw, you may be able to loosen your mind. Bring the left hand down, right arm up. Choose where your head is at, looking up, looking forward, or looking down, and then tip back. Notice the sensation in the side body. And you can increase that sensation by having the upper arm move up and away, or you can decrease the sensation if it becomes sharp or unpleasant by coming out of the dip a little bit, releasing the shoulder down a lot, right? So you can explore ways to be able to get this lovely stretch, but have it be a little bit pleasant. Just a little bit. Please rise back up to come into warrior. Both arms come up. And in the warrior two posture, you actually gaze out over the forward hand. You become grounded in the present moment. Feel your feet and your seat. Notice that you're letting go of the past and you're gazing but not gripping the future. Let's dip into the future a little bit. Bending the right arm to the leg. Reach the left arm up and choose your own adventure here. You can stay here or you can tip to the side, keeping the shoulder blade of the upper arm back a little bit. Notice where your head is facing. If you're facing the ground, if you're facing forward, or if you're facing up. And be sure you're breathing. And be sure you're not really leaning into this arm, so you're really beginning to strengthen the core. This is here for you to use if you need it, but avoid relying on it when you could be using your core muscles. And come back up into warrior. Come back. Breathe. Drop the arms. Haul that back leg in. Oi, oi, oi. Bring the other leg. And then return to your seat to seated mountain. Really good job. Just moving into and out of the postures can be difficult. Give yourself time. You don't need to stay in the postures beyond 2 happy birthdays. You don't need to stay in the postures beyond 1 happy birthday. You can just sample the postures coming in and out. Take a moment now to take stock of how you feel from the feet all the way up through the legs and hips. You did a lot with the hips. You may feel a different sensation through the hips. Or you may feel like they felt the same as when you first sat down. You notice the side body and the underarms, the shoulders. And please bring your hands together, palms together, reach the arms up overhead. If your palms don't want to stay together, once you bring your arms up overhead, let the hands move apart. Otherwise, keep the hands together, pull in on your belly, lift your heart up, look up. There's a connection between doing your footwork as you feel your feet on your mat and your connection with the universe and your higher power. So do your footwork and leave the outcome to your higher power. Bring the arms apart, wing them out and down. Bring them onto your lap and pause here. It's time now for seated mountain, for tranquility pose. So take the posture all the way to the back of the chair. Scoot yourself all the way back. I don't have my bell today, so you'll be listening to my voice to guide you into and out of tranquility pose. So first, let yourself lean back and take your arms and shake them out, shake them out, shake them out, and let them plop onto your lap. And take your right leg out and shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, and let it plop down any old where. And the left leg, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Or the other right leg, and shake it, shake it, shake it, and let it plop down. Lean back. Please be released. Let the jaw release. You can close your eyes, or you can gaze down toward the floor, or you can gaze off into the distance with an unfocused gaze. Lips together lightly. And scan the body from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head with appreciation and gratitude. Thank you, feet. I appreciate you. I'm grateful. Thank you, ankles, calves, knees. I appreciate you, and I am grateful. Thank you, upper legs and hips. I appreciate you. I am grateful. And the back body from the hips all the way up the spine to the nape of the neck, all the way around to the edges of the ribs, around the side body. Thank you, back. I appreciate you, and I'm grateful. And in the front of the body, from the side body, around the abdomen to the other side body, all the way up under the arms, all the way up to the collarbones and then to the throat. The internal organs and the external structure. Thank you, body. I appreciate you, and I'm grateful. The right arm from the fingertips to the wrist, from the wrist through the forearm to the elbow, and from the elbow to the shoulder. I appreciate you, and I am grateful. left arm, from the fingertips through the hand, the wrist to the forearm, the elbow to the shoulder. Left arm, I appreciate you, and I am grateful. The back of the neck and the throat, the back of the skull, the back of the ears, the inside of the ears, the jaw, the tongue and the inside of the mouth, the cheeks, the nose, the eyes, temples, forehead, inside the skull to the top of the head. Thank you, inside and outside of my head. I appreciate you, and I am grateful. Take one more mindful, meaning aware breath. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. Sit upright. Draw the feet in. Hands together in front of the heart. You bow the head, honoring yourself for your commitment to movement, to your well-being. And then also honor our community of wellness. Reach into your heart and send out a wish of compassion and healing to people who suffer everywhere. We close by saying, Namaste.